God has promised by Ellen G. White. God stands back of every promise he has made. Encouraging promises compiled from the writings of Ellen G. White. Have you been falsely accused? The Lord is able to render futile every agency that works for the defeat of his chosen ones. Let not the unkind speeches of men hurt you. Did not men say unkind things about Jesus? You err and may sometimes give occasion for unkind remarks, but Jesus never did. He was pure, spotless, undefiled. It may be that even the members of the church to which you belong will say and do that which will grieve you. But move right on, calm and peaceful, ever trusting in Jesus, remembering that you are not your own, that you are Christ's property, the purchase of the blood of God's beloved Son, and that you are engaged in his work, seeking to bless humanity. While slander may blacken the reputation, it cannot stain the character. That is in God's keeping. So long as we do not consent to sin, there is no power, whether human or satanic, that can bring a stain upon the soul. A man whose heart is stayed upon God is just the same in the hour of his most afflicting trials and most discouraging surroundings as when he was in prosperity, when the light and favor of God seemed to be upon him. Christ has given us his life as a pattern, and we dishonor him when we become jealous of every slight and are ready to resent every injury, supposed or real. It is not an evidence of a noble mind to be prepared to defend self to preserve our own dignity. We would better suffer wrongfully 100 times than wound the soul by a spirit of retaliation, or by giving vent to wrath. There is strength to be obtained of God. He can help. He can give grace and heavenly wisdom. If you ask in faith, you will receive, but you must watch unto prayer. If you are ill-treated or wrongfully accused, instead of returning an angry answer, repeat to yourself the precious promises. It does not behoove those from whom Jesus has so much to bear in their failings and perversity to be ever mindful of slights and real or imaginary offense. And yet, there are those who are ever suspecting the motives of others about them. They see offense and slights where no such thing was intended. All this is Satan's work. We may expect that false reports will circulate about us, but if we follow a straight course, if we remain indifferent to these things, others will also be indifferent. Let us leave to God the care of our reputation. Slander can be lived down by our manner of living. It is not lived down by words of indignation. Let our great anxiety be to act in the fear of God, and show by our conduct that these reports are false. No one can injure our character as much as ourselves. So long as we are in the world, we shall meet with adverse influences. There will be provocations to test the temper, and it is by meeting these in a right spirit that the Christian graces are developed. If Christ dwells in us, we shall be patient, kind, and forbearing, cheerful amid frets and irritations. To be silent is the strongest rebuke that you can give to one who is speaking harsh, discourteous words to you. Keep perfectly silent. Often, silence is eloquence.